Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh shit, we're live. Okay.
Oh, hello.
I don't know if anybody's here, but
I can hear it. Hello.
phones off. Everybody have their phones off. I'll put my shit on silent.
Yeah, well, it's not the phone I'm worried about. It's the Facebook that's going to be noisy for me, potentially.
Okay. So 4 people in the chat. Okay. What is up, my people? JaxB.TheRipper here, and I have my 2 besties here from the UK. Oh my god. Big
Hello.
Dan. Cheers.
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 Oh, fuck.
So I just had a weird doubling effect, and I was wondering what the hell is this sound going on. Well, I realised I had the YouTube link open.
I just did exactly the same thing, Dan. Don't worry.
All right, so we're doing Ripper News. I decided to do this live. I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to do Ripper News as a threesome with you guys. So not the threesome I had in mind, but we'll take it, right?
Socially distanced 3-way.
Socially distanced, the way it should be. So, anyways, we're here to do Ripper News live. So, in case you guys don't know, I usually just chat about events that's going on. I try not to make it too gossipy or anything like that, like who's dating who, because that shit is stupid. But one of them is kind of meaty, and I'm pretty sure you all know, but it's because we have a lot of things to say, especially because we kind of caught this bullshit a long time ago. So let's go ahead and talk about, first we're going to start with Metal Days. Okay, you guys know more about this, so go ahead and put your input. Let's go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah, let me just get the page over. So Metal Days is cancelled. We kind of knew that was coming because it's in Slovenia, and a lot of their acts and stuff, it's all international bands, so bands travelling from all over the world weren't going to be able to make it, so they've had to cancel this year's Metal Days. Not a big surprise, but it's the way they've handled the refunds is being a bit shitty. Hello, Big John. Sorry. So Metal Days you can do the normal thing of making your tickets go to next year, transfer. Nice and standard, simple as. I'm guessing most people are going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The second option is you can sell it on a third-party ticket website once you've done that process for next year if you want to get your money back. Or the third option is get a refund. But, and here's the big but, you won't get the refund money until after the festival has gone ahead in 2022.
Oh, what the hell? No.
So you've got to wait a year. And really, at this point, you've got no guarantee that that's going to go ahead, have you?
Yeah.
So that's just to recoup the money, isn't it, really?
That's basically, we can't pay you because we've got no money because...
Yeah.
But, I mean, you've taken the money. Like, we've heard before how Bloodstock operates with money, with their ticket sales, is the ticket provider, the company who handles all that, holds onto the money until the event actually happens, so that your money's safe. So if you buy a Bloodstock ticket, your money's safe, you get a refund no matter what. So, obviously, Metal Days don't do that kind of thing, and it's being very shitty about it. Yeah. Saying that you basically have to transfer it to next year, and then if you want to get your money back, you've got to sell it on a third-party website. Who's going to buy a Metal Days ticket for next year on a third-party website? Also, that being said, because we know the future of the festival is a bit dodgy as well, because the location they have the festival on is being built on top of. They're building a big road, so they're all about moving it. So it's not going to be the same festival, and I don't know. I just think it's the end of Metal Days at this point, and they're being dicks about money. Yeah, cockends. The bloke who runs it.
Apparently, it's like you said, a lot of people are now returning. I mean, a lot of these venues or whoever or bands. Well, I don't think it's necessarily the bands. They're not returning back the money because he's Black and Hines channels. He's saying, I'm still waiting on a refund for Rammstein in Belfast 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago before the.
Yeah. So, rule of thumb with tickets is buy it. So I don't know where it's bought it from, but if you buy through something like C-Tickets, stuff like that, the way these companies work is the company holds on to their money until the gig actually happens, kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know if that's the rule with everyone, but it's what I've heard before.
Do what Little Dan does and just buy it on the day.
Buy it on the day, yeah. Yeah. Like the last 2 Bloodstocks I went to, I mean, the first one, I think it was 18 or 18. I bought my ticket. No, I didn't. I bought a ticket beforehand, like a week before. But then I sold it at the festival because I got given a guest pass, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got given a guest pass, so I got a free ticket, so I got a spare ticket, so I sold that at the festival, like for like somebody who needed a day ticket, basically. And yeah, I literally just turn up and buy tickets now. I'm not because me and Big Dan try and get him free a lot of the times.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put off buying a ticket at any point whatsoever. So
yeah.
and I don't like getting stung, with shit like this, especially these times. Like that being said, me and Big Dan have bought Bloodstock tickets this year.
Yeah, see, that's where I've been getting a little iffy because I know bands or groups or whoever are like, just in general, artists are coming back this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't want to buy anything right now this year. I'm already halfway vaccinated, so I don't care about that whole ordeal. It's just more like, what if something happens and they cancel? And majority of the time I buy it through Ticketmaster. And yeah, it's like Black and Heim said right here. It's like, it's through Ticketmaster. Yeah, they're known to do that because they know they could do that.
Yeah.
They know they could do that. We all know the Ticketmaster industry or whoever else is their competitor. I don't know if like Live Nation, I think it is. We all know they're scams. Big time. We know that. They up the price. And I've listened to Eddie Trunk so many times talk about this. Like, people will literally be like in a good spot. I'm not saying front seat, but good spot, right? To a Kiss concert, let's just say. The ones next to them will literally have it cheaper than the other one. And I seen it the same thing for the Misfits concerts. When I spend my $200 on just one ticket for a decent seat as much as possible, I saw like how mine was the most decent compared to the one next to me, which was like almost $1,000.
Jesus.
So it is ridiculous. They do this because they know they could do it. They know it's a scam, and they know that people are getting onto them now about it. But I don't like StubHub either because StubHub is not that much of a deal. Like, people think, oh, you'll get a better deal on StubHub. Like $20 off. That's what I've seen. So
I've always found that C tickets are fine. Obviously, my girlfriend used to work for them, so she kind of knew the ins and outs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, C tickets are a good one. I don't know of any other good ones, if there are. But yeah, I like turning up and buying it on the door if I can. I know sometimes it's cheaper; you get a better deal if you buy it in advance.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Okay. So let's go on Rock and Roll Hall of Fame now. Or Rock and Roll Hall of Shame, as a lot of people like to say it. Okay, so Iron Maiden didn't make it again.
Yeah.
I don't really think they care. I don't think the Europeans care. I'm pretty sure this is just like American televised bullshit anyways. Just like the whole fucking Prince Harry and Meghan Markle interview was just made for Americans.
Wasn't it Gene Simmons who said something about it being a travesty that Maiden haven't, got in yet? Of all people saying it, it's Gene.
He did, yeah, of all people, man.
Yeah.
No, okay, so this is what I found out, and I was watching this on I just found out this yesterday, and I don't know if anybody knows the channel Old Head. That's literally the name of the channel, Old Head. But he's one of my favorite like American YouTubers to watch. So on the metal side, I mean.
Yeah.
So he was talking about like what they eventually do is whoever has the most votes, the Rock and Roll Hall of Shame will see that and will give that band or singer an extra vote.
Yeah.
So that's how it's done. So it's really like, it's rigged, just like all voting systems are almost. But yeah, it's just, I don't really think they care personally, because I think we all know Iron Maiden is like, even he said this, they're massive outside of the US. So a little US trophy's not going to bug them. Here it's just they're big, but they're not massive like over there. So
I'd say like Metallica are a bigger band than Maiden in America.
As far as they snowed Iron Maiden and Motorhead and Thin, you would think Lizzy at least. Like you would think Thin Lizzy, but yeah.
Do they? I don't really know many details about it. Do they? It's America, so do they put bands who one of the guys has died from a fucking heroin overdose? would they put one of those bands in?
I'm not
America?
sure. I wonder if Nirvana's in there. I won't be surprised if they are. The Foo Fighters made it. I know they beat Iron Maiden.
They did, yeah.
That's
I don't
weird.
care. Huh?
That's weird. That's weird, isn't it?
Who else made it? It was somebody that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, it's just I never really cared. I mean, I used to watch it when I was younger. Now I don't, just because they snub out a lot of. Okay, there is this battle between like why is rap and hip hop involved. I mean, I kind of understood, again, back to the channel that I was watching, Old Head. I kind of understood what he said. It was like, well, at the end of the day, it all narrows down to the blues music. It all came from blues. So I get that, because blues is always in there. They just don't get much of the spotlight like the other, like Madonna did one time. Fuck, they gave her like a fucking hour-long speech or something. It was so stupid. But Nirvana are in. Okay, thanks, John Ross. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Obviously, I'm sure if Kurt Cobain was still alive, he would absolutely hate that.
Yeah. Because they wanted to give it to the Sex Pistols. No, it was a Grammy they wanted to give to the Sex Pistols, but then they wrote like a letter and they spat on it and sent it to them.
When you look at it in sense of achievement as well, between bands like Iron Maiden and Nirvana, it really does put into context how fucking ridiculous it is they're not in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Maiden do worldwide stadium tours, don't they? Like everywhere, like literally everywhere. Like big.
I'm sure Nirvana would be, mate, but there's a bit of an issue there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. I suppose that's how they got Dave Grohl in. Then they were, we got Nirvana, might as well get Dave Grohl in as well through Foo Fighters.
Yeah, but other than that, any opinions you guys have? Any more opinions on it that you have? Because this is a topic I could go on to ranting about, but a lot of people are going to take it out of context. Let's just say that. So that's why I really don't want to concentrate like my personal beliefs on this. But I just, if you're not a rock band, you shouldn't be in it. I'm just saying.
I was just thinking then, has anyone else got in twice?
I don't think so.
Dave Grohl's in twice with 2 bands. So I'm sure there must be another person, But it's interesting, isn't it? It's a good idea. I might have to look that up at some point.
I don't even think Jimi Hendrix is in there, dude.
Really?
I don't think he is.
That's mental.
I'm not sure about the Beatles. They have to be in there. I know the Dave Clark 5 are in there, which is like the rivals with the Beatles, and I prefer them so much more than the Beatles. Yeah, I said it. Now what? I was like, now what? Come at me, because everyone knows I like the Beatles work individually when they broke up, basically, but I don't like them together. So
everyone loves Ringo Starr. It's like mainly from when I was a child and listening to him narrate Thomas the Tank Engine. That was about it. But
wait, are they in or are they not in?
Yeah.
You serious?
Yes. Well, how did you not know that, Big Tam?
Fucking hell. All right, fair dues.
Wait, repeat that. I'm lost. What happened?
When me and Dan were children, we used to watch Thomas the Tank Engine, and it used to be narrated by Ringo Starr.
What?
Yeah, and that's his best work ever, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
I was more into George Harrison and John Lennon. I didn't really care for Paul.
Can we get off the Beatles now, because I've had enough talking about them.
Okay, so I'm saving the meaty one for last. So let's go ahead and talk about
penises.
No. We're going to talk about the Eurovision Song Contest. We're getting there. We're getting there. The Eurovision Song Contest. Did you guys see it?
No.
I've seen bits of it. I didn't sit and watch the entire thing because, I don't want to kill myself.
When it comes to Eurovision, there are 2 types of people. The kind of people who watch it and then they're constantly on social media posting about every single act and artist and updating what they think about each person. And then there's us who just don't watch it whatsoever.
Yeah.
You either watch it massively and you meddle into it. People have parties, they have everyone round, drinks and food, and they're all watching it. And then the rest of us don't care. But you do occasionally get some, cool shit, don't you? Lordy, that time they won, Yeah,
that must have been.
That was like
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, longer than that, I think. It might be nearer to 15 years
2005,
ago.
Was it?
Okay, yeah, 15 years ago then. Well, 16, yeah. Crazy, that, isn't it?
Okay, well, have a good night.
Ladies, bud.
Yeah, so, but I've heard there are a couple of metalish bands, because I saw some people posting on social media, vote metal.
Finland, obviously, Finland.
But you got to pay to vote, I think, can you?
Really?
It used to be a text to vote thing, didn't it? I don't know if it still is. I've not watched it in years, so I don't know. I've no idea. Stop doing that, you know.
I think it's amazing that we managed to come in last place again.
Yeah, no, 0 points. Yes,
I think that's why you guys hate it, because you guys come in last place a lot. Yeah, I have been.
Why the fuck we decided to still partake in the fucking Eurovision since Brexit? I've got no fucking idea. We were never going to get any points.
Dan, other countries are in it, like Israel and stuff. They're not in the EU. They're just.
I know, but what I'm saying, Dan, is we've still got a fair few debts stacked up against us, mate.
Yeah, no, there's Russia that's always usually in it. And then there's also Australia. They added Australia like 4 years ago or something. Because that's when I started watching it, and I didn't understand that. But then eventually, when I looked a little bit more into the Eurovision Song Contest, like I know what is it? It's always going to be, I think, Sweden, the UK, Germany, and I forgot who else. But there was like 5 countries that are always going to be involved because those are the most contributors, or basically put in more money. To this thing, and that's why they're always going to be involved. But yeah, I don't get why Israel is in there. Like, why are you in there?
It's fairly political as well, like in terms of who they vote. People vote for their friends rather than songs. But from what people at work told me, the UK song was particularly bad this year. It was like a almost like the kind of lift music, you kind of like. But a popular comedian in the UK called Bill Bailey, who you would love, by the way. He's a musical comedian. He loves his metal music as well. He's come forward and said, "I will play the next Eurovision if you want me to." Like he'll write a song in it.
Was it Sonosphere that he headlined?
He headlined Sonosphere Festival in the UK once.
Yeah.
And I didn't go that year, unfortunately. But I've seen him live twice, and seriously, he loves these metal bands. He does if anyone's watching and not familiar with Bill Bailey, just look up on YouTube Bill Bailey Rammstein or something like that, and you'll come up with his interpretation of a few Rammstein songs and stuff, and it's brilliant stuff. He's really funny, and he's an odd-looking man as well, so it fits in with Eurovision. Weird people on stage, be perfect.
Also, if you guys in the chat don't know, okay, so when you're voting for Eurovision, you cannot vote for your own country because it's not fair because of the population. You have to vote for that's why sometimes when you'll see like the Baltics vote for other Balkan countries, you'll see the Nordics vote for other Nordic countries. So you'll see that a lot because they can't vote for their own, so they're going to vote for their neighbor. So that's heavily involved in that too. But the ones who end up winning, and I just have to mention this just because I thought that I was watching the press conference and the shit was funny. The band Manoskin won. So it's not a metal band, but when you listen to them, they're definitely like funk. They kind of remind me kind of think like there's hints of like Rage Against the Machine in it too. Like a lot of the new metal stuff, but as well as like just regular funk rock and roll kind of shit. I think it's obvious, especially with everything going on from 2020. Like I think let's face it, like rock music in general doesn't really win except for Lordi. Yeah. But I think we all know why they won. But regardless, great that they won because that was the year. I think that's when the rest of the world heard about Lordi. Because when I saw when they won, that was the year too. I first heard their music. So
yeah, that was about showmanship more than anything else.
Yeah,
they put the effort in on stage. That was the big thing.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. This band put the effort in and everything. They did a real good job. But I think it's just because I think 2021 needed something like that because let's face it, Iceland was weird. But that
Iceland's always weird. Iceland is always weird.
You're a person living in Iceland.
So, but I can see why they won. They're a good band. Don't get me wrong, they're a good band. I don't know if I will listen to the rest of the songs, but that song was good. But I was just laughing at the press conference because some Swedish what's it called? The Swedish guy from what is it called? The newspapers,
Sweden.
Whatever.
Sweden.
Yeah. But the guy was asking the band, like, "Oh, were you doing cocaine?" Because there's a picture.
Yeah, I saw that. That was funny. Apparently, he tested negative though on a drugs test. So
it's okay. It wasn't cocaine. It was that cocaine was just resting on my nose.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's the father test.
I mean, it wasn't my cocaine. It was somebody. I was just watching it.
Thing is, if he wasn't actually doing a line, what the fuck was he doing?
Yeah.
He has said something about a broken bottle. I'm like, dude, what is this, like sugar glass? What? But it didn't make sense. But they came out negative. So I just
they
thought it was
sold
funny.
shit coke. That's what happened there. They were sold. they got sent crushed up polos instead of actual coke.
Oh my god! But I just thought that shit was funny, and I had to mention that part. That was the main reason why I wanted to talk about it. Was because, like, this Swedish news anchor, whoever it was like, "Oh, so were you doing cocaine?" I'm like,
he just got someone else to piss in the jar.
Yeah.
But then they're like, "Yeah, just keep it about the band, please." I was like.
Over here, we used to have, was it Wogan who used to do the commentary?
It was, and it was fucking hilarious.
He used to be really sarcastic and take the piss, and really, it was fucking funny. You watch it just for him being sarcastic and taking the piss out of people.
Well, when he was talking about all like the contestants, I think I know who you're talking about. Because sometimes when I'll rewatch old ones, there'll be like these British guys, and it's just like he just sounds pissed the whole time. I think I know who you're talking about.
It's what's his name? The Irish fella.
No, it's not anymore, is it? This year, I believe.
Yeah, it's the Irish fella now, isn't it? The
Graham Norton.
fruity one. Yeah, that's the one.
Graham Norton. Was it this year?
Oh,
really?
I didn't watch, so I don't know. I think it still is.
Did I? I'm not sure. Okay.
All right. So next topic. I saved the best for last, and because I knew we were gonna take a while on this. David Ellison. So I've been knowing about. I think we all been knowing about this. What he did for like the past couple of weeks, because I remember it was right before my birthday when he posted that. Let's face it. I think a lot of us think that he pushed that girl to put that post up. That's the first feeling I got. Because I didn't know anything about the video footage. I didn't know anything about that stuff. All I remember being on Instagram, and all of a sudden this shit pops up of a girl saying, "Hey, that's me in the video. No, I wasn't underage." First of all, what side chick will put herself out there? What side? Unless you're in the rap and hip hop community, that's a whole different community right there. And I'm not going to get on it because, you want to talk about sexism? Oh, no. So I'm just saying, outside of that, what side chick or guy will put themselves out there?
I can't remember, because it wasn't her fault it leaked. Like she showed it to a friend,
and her friend leaks it, and underage girl and everything.
I would imagine she maybe felt a bit guilty of I'll put him in the shit because I've sent a private messages and got him into all this trouble. Admittedly, he was cheating on his wife, so naughty boy,
which isn't a criminal thing.
We don't know. Not a criminal
I like how one of my followers on Instagram told me, she was like, "I don't think Dave Mustaine is going to boot somebody out just for cheating." And I mean, agree.
Relations with him and the rest of Megadeth, with Dave Ellison and the rest of Megadeth, were pretty rocky anyway. Especially by the statement, especially judging by the statement that they released as well. It seems to just be like the final nail in the coffin. You got your dick out, you got caught, it's all over the internet, your spunk faces everywhere, you're out the band. I can kind of understand it.
Yeah. So, and then he did say we are like they're apart. He didn't say fired. I don't know, maybe he didn't want to say that word, but I don't know what still legal actions they have going on, because they've been to court before. They've been to court before but from what Dave Mustaine said, there was other people instigating in the situation. So who knows what was going on at that time, clearly. But the thing is, like, I don't like, as I do believe what she said, my subscriber, I mean, but also it's like, I don't think he wanted to fire him. I'm pretty sure he's fired. He knows. I think he just told him, "Hey, you're going to be here until this expires, then you're gone. But you're not going to perform with us."
I'm also wondering how much of that was pressure from the label, because the label released a statement saying about how they, pretty much slamming the act before Megadeth released a statement. So I don't know if the band themselves are under stress from the label, or people that work for the label, to bin him or not.
Well, I think the reason I don't even think it was really much, because like you could tell Dave wrote that. I think we all know how Dave is. Like he can't really control his emotions. Like the way he made it sound like, "I'm just so fed up with this guy. I'm done. He's out."
a bit of a Christian band, aren't they? The way and
Dave Mustaine's new he's found religion.
Isn't like
he's
the
become a
whole
god botherer.
If you've got that kind of sex scandal there, isn't it kind of get rid of him quick so that we can look good, because I'd imagine it's an America thing, whereas if you're somewhat religious, you make more money, your records are going to be played on all the radio stations and stuff like that.
Yeah, but Dave Mustaine hasn't exactly been a fucking angel, has he?
No, but
I said that Dave Mustaine hasn't exactly been a fucking angel, though, has he?
No, he hasn't.
That's what I want to get on. Thank you for pointing that out, because there's a lot I could say about this and about the community in general, but we're going to start with that. If you guys go back to the Mustaine book, right? The one that he wrote, his autobiography. I did not pull it out. I do not feel like looking in the pages again. I already read that shit, so you guys go look for yourself. But go back into the Mustaine book. He clearly says, there are many times I was praying and hoping that girl was of age. So it means you have had sex with underage girls. Because first of all, if you have to ask yourself that, you know what you're doing.
Oh, Mega Dave.
If you have to ask yourself that, it's not like the girl looked older. It's not like, she had, like, don't get me wrong. You won't believe, and I'm pretty sure we all know, I can't remember the porn star name, but there is this porn star who got an actual government ID from the DMV in Los Angeles showing that she was 18 years old when really she was 16. So obviously, that's the thing. And it was through an actual DMV. It was legit. The passports, when they fixed her passports and they were taking her, everything was legit. But then she came out, and like a lot of people were thinking she did that purposely because she wanted to like go into mainstream. So she wanted like a squeaky clean image and just say like she didn't know what she was doing. But she put a lot of people in danger. And the fact is, I don't know if it's now a lot better now. Okay, Bailey, you do remember hearing about that. Okay. But yeah, and that was the 80s. And they were from the 80s. So I understand that there's some IDs that for some reason, okay, I'm talking about our government system. I'm not talking about yours. I don't know how it is over there, but I understand that it's a legit ID, but somehow they have ways because the system is just, they flake sometimes. I understand that. But the thing is, I'm not defending him in that case. Because clearly in his book, he gave himself out that I'm pretty sure she was underage. So don't be surprised if Dave Mustaine has some, people coming after him.
But because he's religious, that's the way that it works. The religion is you say, I did a bad thing. Sorry. I'm now not guilty anymore because I've said sorry. It's more like confession and
it's just stupid. But
also the best way to avoid all this, just shag a granny. There we go, problem solved. If you're not sure.
No. Get through that crust and jelly.
Yeah.
And then let's get on. This is one because I was watching a live stream yesterday. The live stream, the channel is called The Metal Voice. I usually like watching them because they interview
I've heard of them,
Metal Voice,
yeah.
So. And they handle it pretty well. But what annoyed me was some of the people out there were saying, well, this is about brotherhood. Okay, so right there already, that shows you how corrupt it is right there. It's almost sounding like the church, like the Catholic Church, where this is a boys group. That's how they're making it sound now. I was like, all right, so it is clear because I was watching another live stream from Lacey Skulls when she was saying, how is it that rock stars get away with more shit than politicians do? Is like, it's true because they are not held accountable for anything. And also the main guy who was running Van's Warped Tour, because he had all these rapey motherfuckers.
Oh, that guy. I remember hearing about that guy.
Yeah. And he clearly said rape culture is part of the tour.
It's mental.
So that's
going around sniffing
that
kids.
Brotherhood part. Like, first of all, Brotherhood don't pay the bills, honey. They don't pay the bills. So shut up about brotherhood because that don't pay your bills at the end of the day. What is your brother going to take you in and give you half his paycheck? Is it really like, would you guys do that? like, okay. So yeah, so that's what made me mad. I was like, oh, they just gave themselves out right there. They're like, yeah, it's a boys club and we treat women like shit and this is how it goes. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're not even going to get into the Marilyn Manson thing because that's a whole different topic. Right there.
Yeah, me and Dan did have a little discussion about that previously, and it didn't go very well, did it, Dan?
It went very badly, didn't we? We upset some people, didn't we, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we don't talk about that.
Mainly your fault.
I didn't get attacked. I'm surprised I didn't get attacked by either of the comments I made because I left that comment right there and nobody said anything to me. I was surprised. I'm over here like, okay, prepare for the trolls. They're gonna come after you. All these misogynistic men are gonna come after you. And no, nobody came after me. I was like, because I clearly stated, I was like, if you're gonna be fucking around, that's why there's hookers. Stupid. That's why there's fucking hookers, okay? Supply and
demand, man.
There's call girls. There's, shut, like, come on, man. It's like, think. It's like, think. If you're gonna be fucking around and cheating on your wife, think. But I haven't seen the video because what if she is underage and I don't need that on me? No.
The video. Actually, I was going to ask if any of you've seen the video because the video is just him on his own.
Yeah.
Wait, have you seen the video?
No, I haven't. But I was just wondering if you have. Because I've been sent screenshots that have been like edited, so you don't see any of the junk.
Yeah.
But it's not a very flattering angle. I'm going to say that.
Oh, that shit's got to be on Pornhub already, though. Let me
easily. You haven't Googled
it. Wait, let me go on private browsing.
No, we're not going to have that on here because what if they do? What if they do confirm she's underage and I don't need a strike on my fucking channel? So no, no.
It's just him on his own, I believe. It's just but no, Dan's just going to look for it. He's not going to show it to anyone.
How do you spell Ellison?
He's now just curious. Ellison, I don't know. As soon
as you see a girl, you fucking click off that shit. It's like, no, we don't.
No, because I think it's they weren't actually in the same room at the same time. It was kind of a distant, socially distant.
It was over.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it was all through webcam, so majority of the stuff. So I don't know if they've ever been actually face to face or anything like that. Obviously, they would have met. So
yeah.
Ellison,
Can you still not
at the end of the day, like back
no, I've got it. I haven't got it. Hang on. Red August hard new fight versus David Lee getting roughed up, and no, not that one.
Is that some kind of boxer or something?
Milfanal whore. No. Kinky indoors. Daughter joins in after catching mum fucking. No, I can't find it.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's not on there yet. Or maybe even Pornhub did think about it, and they're probably because they already got in trouble for some underage shit that.
Yeah,
right.
They removed
those, didn't they?
So they're probably like, nah, we don't even want to look at it. You want to put him on there? We'll edit it out, but well, David Ellison just started OnlyFans. Just he likes to tack off to the camera a lot. No, but going back to the oh god, what was I gonna say? It slipped my mind now. Okay, but anyways, let's talk about the screenshot that I sent you guys like a year ago. We've been knowing David Ellison was a perv. So shit, where's my tea? I wish I would have made some tea for this. But we've been knowing this because there's no secret. I don't hide shit, okay? So I follow pervy accounts. Like big titty stuff, whatever, hot guy stuff, whatever. I follow lots of that. I'm pansexual.
Why haven't you joined my OnlyFans?
I go all over the place.
Yeah, Big Dan's got OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, he has an OnlyFans. So if anybody wants to see his feet, go onto his OnlyFans.
My foot. It's only right foot because I've got gout in my left foot, so just be right.
Gout's not nice.
No, my left foot is not sexy. My right foot is fucking banging tidy. Seriously.
Okay. Anyway,
I'll give you a sneak peek.
Oh. There we go. Teaser for the OnlyFans.
Okay. So back.
He
back
kicked
to
over his laptop.
Back to the screenshot. Back to the screenshot. Okay. So one day I was like, scrolling through these big boob accounts or whatever, right? And like how on Instagram it shows who else is following. What it said right there, David Ellison's IG name. So I clicked on it to make sure to see what I fucking saw, and I was like, oh, and he's a pastor. I was like,
It's not the first time though, is it? Like, because it was the Pope, wasn't it? The Pope on Instagram has been liking loads of lewds on Instagram. So yeah, the Pope's doing it. If the Pope's doing it, that means
let him. Seriously.
That means it's all okay, and everyone else can do it as well.
Apparently, the other pastors can't do it, or the priests, or the rabbis.
I don't know. Is he Catholic or is he normal?
He's Catholic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, wait, who? Who?
No, not the Pope. Ellison.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, my brain just caught up. Yeah.
No, Ellis, they're all Christian. Okay.
Yeah, but what sort of Christian does matter?
I don't know what type of Christian. Obviously, not Mormon or Jehovah's Witness, but
awful.
Quakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing. You and I, we talked about it. We've been knowing Ellison and the Curve. We've been knowing it. And like, here's my main issue with that guy. We're gonna put all that shit behind, right? Let's just put my main issue with that guy is he always act like he was the innocent one out of the whole group, even though we all know the shit they've done, their crazy rock and roll lifestyle. But he always tries to make it seem like he's the good saint. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's like you're okay. Like, it's okay to like big titties and like pictures of big titties, but then don't be really pious and say how holier than thou you are.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at titties.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And not only that, he's always has to be like the voice of reason. And I always tell people this. Don't talk to the person who has to be the voice of reason, because there's the one with the most shit. I hate people who feel like they have to come in and fix everything or have to voice their opinion. It's like, no, you need to shut the fuck up because you got a shitload of issues and you probably need to go on counseling and probably go on medication. So we don't need to take your advice.
The thing is, if their actions don't match their words, it just means they're jumping on the fucking virtue train. It's just a pile of piss. Just make fucking music.
Yeah.
Just fucking do your job.
And a lot of people are over here saying like, oh, can we just, can you just make music and keep the personal stuff? Well, the thing is, it's a business. Music is a business. So it's going to affect you some way. So it is, and I kind of hate how they exclude. I mean, I get it. Music is a creative type of, what's it called? Creative type of environment where you can make money off. Don't get me wrong. I get that, but that doesn't mean you're not supposed to act professional, because you are supposed to still be professional. And that's what I have said. He's a businessman. At the end of the day, this is a business. So what you did was fucking wrong. Like, oh, you're gonna trust the child. You're gonna trust the internet. The internet. A child and the internet. Like, you cannot tell me. First of all, don't tell me times were different back in your day, because first of all, I get it. There's different shit now than before, but that doesn't mean the mentality has changed. A fucking dumb 20-year-old is a dumb 20-year-old, no matter what age you live in.
These 80s musicians learned fucking nothing from that whole Napster bullshit, did they?
Oh. Oh God. But yeah, no, I mean, we could keep going. I mean, what else can we say about this shit? I mean, I had something else to say. I just forgot, but
I mean, I expect people in bands to be cunts and dickheads. They're not some mega professional thing. They are people who sing for my amusement. That's it. Yeah. At the end of the day, they are a man playing guitar in a pub. I hold them at no high regard. They should not, there's no holier than thou, kind of person. They are a bard at that point. Centuries ago, they were the poorest people on the planet, were the musicians. So yeah, I expect them to be immoral and complete dickheads. Because that's what they are. They're just people who sing for my amusement. They amuse me. I'm amused by you. Here, have some money.
Do you not want to change the word amuse for entertained?
Yeah, both. It could be either or. Depends who it is. If it's Bill Bailey, it's both.
Okay, it's funny how
and aroused.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, it's funny because he reminded me something about bass players. A lot of people were leaving in the comments to get Jason Newsted back.
Fair enough.
For Megadeth.
Yeah.
Like put him in Megadeth, and replace. That would be the ultimate revenge, first of all. But the thing is, Jason Newsted has said he's glad that he did leave Metallica because he doesn't think he could keep up with that anymore. And don't get me wrong, Megadeth isn't the same. Okay, to me, Megadeth is never going to be as good as with the lineup that they had with Nick and Marty. It's just never going to be as good. Even the music is not as good. And I'm a big Megadeth fan, and I can, admit that. That's what I hate about like hardcore fans of a certain band. Like they will not admit that there's any kind of faults to them. Like no, not every band is perfect. Then how come? What are you smacking?
Spider.
Big one.
It was one of those ones with a tiny body, but the big wispy legs. Like,
oh yeah, fuck them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But oh god, what was I gonna say? But yeah. So you said they're just to your amusement, right? Yeah, and I get you because look, I'm not a big rock star fan. I don't care about meeting musicians or anything like that. Because first of all, I don't know if they're trying to get down my pants if I were to meet them. And second is like if they're not trying to get down my pants, they're just trying to get down in like somebody else's pants. So it's like I don't like meeting them. Like I don't try. I like going to the shows. I like getting entertained by the music, and that's it. Like because
Andrew WK was a top lad, wasn't he?
Huh?
Yeah, he's a nice bloke. Nice bloke.
Yeah, we met Andrew WK. Did an interview with him, and he was fucking
really
top,
really sound
top man,
really good guy.
really good. Yeah. 100%.
That guy got engaged to what's her face, Kat Dennings.
He has, hasn't he? I know you were going to say we're not about who's getting married to who. At the start.
I know you said that. Sorry, Jax, but that fucking surprised me. That did.
Yeah, Andrew WK is married to the really fit actress woman person, and we're all jealous. Basically,
yeah, of both of them. To be fair,
with both of them, yeah. He's got arms. That man has got arms. He has fucking his biceps.
He's got arms like my fucking legs.
Crazy.
Gouty, no.
We need, good guy. The good guys in rock and metal. Andrew WK is king. Probably Jack Black somewhere just below that.
We asked a friend when we interviewed him. We asked a friend if he could sign a magazine for him, and he didn't have a pen. Andrew WK didn't have a pen on him, so he went, "Just wait right there," and he was gone for about 15 minutes whilst he ran to the other side of the venue just to get a pen so he could sign this magazine.
No,
fucking legend, really nice guy.
It's a man who's playing a gig in an hour or so. You got busy shit to do. Normally, like, okay, you've got 10 minutes with this with the band interview, then disappear. But he really took his time. Top bloke.
Willing to chill, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what point we were making, but yes.
Which is funny because the only rock star I really met was Dave Mustaine.
Oh.
Oh god, should I tell that story? I feel embarrassed telling that story because
you got to tell it now.
How old were you? How old were you?
21. I was 21. Okay, I was of the drinking age.
That's what the statement says.
It was right when he released his book, and we used to have. I know you guys don't have Barnes and Nobles, the bookstore, but there was this other one called Borders. It used to be their competition, basically, but they went out of business.
Oh, no.
So I had to go to Long Beach over there to what's it called? Dave Mustaine. Yeah, Bailey. Dave Mustaine. I actually met him. So this is the only time you guys are probably going to hear this story because I've been wanting to tell stories of like celebrities I have met. It's very quick to the point, except for this one, this Dave Mustaine one. This was actually a little bit longer, but it's just I was so like schoolgirlish and I'm embarrassed, but okay. So basically, so it was in Long Beach. He was having the book signing. So I go over there, take the trains, whatever. I go over there to get my book signed, right? So I'm like waiting in line or whatever. And they ask you real quick. They're like, okay, what name you want it under? And I put my full name on there, right? Because Jax is short for something. So I put my full name on there.
Jax.TheRipper.
Yeah, sure. No, I'm not going to tell anyone, but yeah, sure. Let's go with that. So
Jackson Million.
Just call me Vaseline? Like what?
Whatever you want, that's fine.
But anyways, so I just it was basically like, yeah, it was just because it's a book signing and we had dumbasses bringing their guitars and they're like, what do you guys not get? It's a book signing. We even put the rules up and everything, right? So people were so stupid trying to bring their guitars. Like, no, it's a book signing at a bookstore. So anyway, so yeah, so I'm like right there wait. I must have waited like, it wasn't that long actually, the wait. I only waited like an hour because right when I got there, the lines start moving. So I go ahead and I'm like, moving up there. And then like I see him and then my heart is racing. Because remember, this is when I used to be really in love with him, really in love with him. So that's why I'm like embarrassed to tell this story because it's like I was just schoolgirling and whatever, right? So I'm over here like telling myself, don't forget to shake his hand. Shake his hand. Don't forget to shake his hand. So finally it gets to my turn or whatever. And at that time, I was still blonde because I've been blonde for like many years since I was 15, right? So, but I had add pink right here in the bottom. I added like a big chunk of pink right here. So I go up to Dave or whatever, and I just said, "Oh, hi, it's really nice." I'm really shy, so I'm just like, "Hi, it's really nice to meet you." And then he tells me, "Your hair looks so much fun," and I'm dying inside and screaming. What did in your face? So
Big Dan, have you ever had fun hair?
So he's all like, your hair looks like so much fun. and then I go like, because I guess he had to break the ice because I was so quiet and so like this and everything. So I guess he had to say something. So I tell him, oh, thanks. I tried going redhead, but it didn't work out for me. And then he's like, close your eyes. So I was like, so again, I'm dying. I'm dying inside of happiness, basically. So I close my eyes, but he doesn't tell me when to open them. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to open them now because I feel awkward just standing like a good 30 seconds with my eyes closed. And then he's like, let me see your eyes. And I was like, and I opened my eyes and I was like, okay. So then Dave tells me, he was like, no, there is a color out there for you, but you got to make sure to go with your eye color. Then he hands me the book and I'm like, thank you so much. And then when I leave outside the line and everything, and I'm like, I forgot to shake his hand because I'm over here getting hypnotized by him telling me to close your eyes thinking I might get kissed.
That was the most wholesome Dave Mustaine moment I've ever fucking heard. That was the most wholesome Dave Mustaine moment I've ever heard of.
So that's my story of meeting Dave Mustaine. So, hey, who's your nerd? You're here. Yes, I am wearing the shirt, even though we just talked about Ellison. Well, we're still kind of on the topic and that whole shenanigan. Yeah. So, yeah, I was like, might as well represent.
What shirt are you wearing, Big Dan?
Hooded Menace.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Oh, by the way, oh shit, I have your old. I'm not wearing your shirt, but here is.
That is our old patch.
Yeah, okay. You can't even see it no more. But
they are now very rare. Most of those have been destroyed one way or another.
We only had like 50 of them made.
I think, originally, like we had 50 made, and there are only 50 of those out there. I know three of which have been destroyed completely just by stitching and restitching.
Yeah.
And then Silcott cut one up, didn't he?
Yeah, and then probably one or two that of previous girlfriends that you've had. Probably.
Yeah, I had a period of time where I went for a few girlfriends, and they all got free patches. It's like a Big Dan perk.
We're gonna talk about religion with Dave. No.
Reel them in. Reel them in.
People, and I'm a
you want an HME patch? How about a free T-shirt? You're mine now.
Oh God, that's funny. You could have talked about religion with Dave. Nah, that's something you don't talk that or politics with him or even sports because his sports teams are lousy that he likes. He likes the Raiders. I'm like, okay, dude, no. Oh, of course you guys are not gonna know that, but it's okay. But anyways, no. But yeah, I completely agree with what you said, Little Dan, earlier. It was like at the end of the day, these people are like to entertain us. So I agree to the point like, hey, yeah, they don't have a brain. I'm sorry to say this. I know not all of them are like that, but it's just a lot of these bands. It's like, did you guys not learn from the 80s?
Especially the bass players.
Especially the bass players. Is it a bass player thing? Could it be like a curse?
Well, bass players were always the ones who are the thickest, traditionally. And if we're going to call most musicians thick, then you might as well call them the bass players are extra.
You're talking about the. I was listening to a podcast. I was on like a 12-hour drive last night. Fucking killed me. So I was listening to some metal podcasts, and it had the guitarist from Havoc on there. I forget his fucking name. Like a 2-hour podcast, and he pretty much just spoke about alien invasions and shit. How the next day, like the one time that we're going to get an alien invasion is to create a united Earth, and it's all going to be hologram aliens, and the government's going to be like, oh yeah, we've got to unite to fight off these aliens, and then there's going to be one massive world Illuminati government that are going to take over, and the aliens aren't even going to be real. They're going to be like these holograms and light shows and shit. The bloke's off his fucking nut.
Okay, who was talking about this?
Huh?
Who was talking about this?
Member of Havoc, guitarist from Havoc.
Oh, the guitarist from Havoc. Okay.
So
that's what I was going to tell you. Okay, now that you're reminding me of that. Okay, now that's what I wanted to say. Look, for all you people that are getting mad at Dave Mustaine for fucking removing, because he never said fire. He just said they're going apart, just like a relationship. But for those of you guys that are getting mad at him, we're on a break. So for
it's
those
not you, it's me.
For those of you that are getting mad at him, I don't think anybody here is getting mad, but I'm just generalizing it. But you got to remember, Dave Mustaine's always been the dictator. He's the one who makes the most money, and he has to make the most money because he has to support his children who have no talent. That's why fucking his son couldn't fucking do a rock band. He tried to manage Havoc, and that shit didn't work out because he doesn't know real talent. So it's like, you got to remember, he has a family that's not talented that he has to support.
Bands that sort of act as democracy never seem to last that long. There's got to be someone there pulling the strings, and it has final say.
I would not even want to be near that guy. That guy's a pedophile. Like,
what's that?
Ted Nugent, like he said, talking politics with him. Yeah, I'd rather talk politics with Dave Mustaine because at least he's like in the middle of everything. Sometimes I can't agree with him on like LGBT stuff because he's a fucking idiot when it comes to that. But Ted Nugent is like, I think we all know just not to listen to him. I think whether you're on the right or left, I think we all know just don't listen to him. It's like
he has expressed some very unique views in the past, hasn't he? And the present for that matter. Yeah. And the present. There's no stopping the guy. Doesn't he have his own hunting ranch, his own private hunting ranch?
Yeah, he has like I think he lives in Colorado. I'm not sure, or at least I don't know if he's still there. But for what I remember, he built like his own cabin, and then it's like around that area he hunts his own food and he grows his own food. I mean, good for him for doing that.
They're already his food, aren't they? Like his animals.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Right. The land there in America, Dan, is so cheap, it's ridiculous. Like certain parts, it's insane.
Because I've been looking into buying a couple of acres of land recently, and
yeah,
you're right, Bailey. He hasn't been relevant in years, so I think we all know why, but it's okay.
Oh yeah,
he lives in Texas now. I thought he lived in Colorado. Ruining one of my favorite states. How dare he? But no, I mean, I think that's it we have for Ellison. Do we have any other shit to say? I felt like we had more to say, but we just kind of got sidetracked with my story because you guys wanted to hear about my celebrity story.
No, I think that's same done. I've not watched the video, so I can't comment on either length or girth.
No, I mean,
I don't think we want to see that. We cannot have that. I just refuse.
Or longevity, to be fair. I mean, if the video is only 30 seconds long, that'd be embarrassing.
His penis.
No.
Huh?
Even if the girl is of age, let's just say she's of age. Because that's the thing. Another thing, you guys, no reports of anything have been out. Like what year it was out. Like I don't think nobody said what year this was out. We don't know her birth date. I don't think she wants to give it out. But I think until we know that, that's when it'll be like, okay, everybody's gonna watch it now. But besides from all that, if she is of age, do we really want to see it? I mean, rock stars I heard don't have like the best packages.
That's why they're rock stars. They're compensating.
Yeah.
that long guitar solo, overcompensation.
Yeah, it makes up for something. Yeah. I don't think I would want to see it. No. It's like I don't. It's not enough when just the screenshot was creepy looking.
Mm.
I
haven't even seen that. Thank fuck. But
the screenshot is a very non-flattering angle.
Was it caught at this moment?
It's kind of leaning back, and there's like imagine further down, but he's really like trying to fit in frame.
He's a leaner. He's a he's like
leaning, like doing the side, like that.
Yeah, all right.
And smiling, and we all know he has a creepy smile as it is.
He was smiling. Nobody smiles whilst having a wank. Oh, but he was doing it for someone, wasn't he? So he put on the fake smile. I
think I'd rather slam my schlong in a car door than watch.
I'd rather slam his your schlong in a car door as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
Oh God, no. But I'm for sure not gonna watch it. I don't care if she is of age, if they confirm it, show birth certificate and all that shit. I don't. I think none. And come on, man. It's like I the only ones I've seen were the Pam Anderson ones, the one she did with Bret Michaels. I don't care what anybody said. That shit looked rapey to me. Like I felt like she made sure to drug him and she got her way. So what's it called? So I remember what's it called? I remember I remember that. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, the one she did with Tommy Lee. I didn't really see all of it. I just saw pieces of it, but it was boring. I didn't care.
I mean, I've only seen it like from popular culture. It's not like I fucking searched for it or anything. But yeah, it's not something that I think that's not exactly the thing that I'm searching for when I'm on the internet. What was that, Dan?
I said there's better porn out there.
There is, yeah.
There is, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I just stick to my professional stuff. Like I said, I just stick to the professional stuff. Okay? They're of age. Oh, God. But yeah, what is this? Who do you think is going to be next? Let's just put it out there. Who do you think is going to be next with another scandal? Any kind of scandal. It could be a sex one. It could be...
Please, you could do
evasion. Why I'm surprised there's no tax evasion stories. These rock stars have to have there has to be someone for tax evasion or tax fraud or whatever.
Don't they just register in tax havens?
Maybe they've gotten better. That's why I sadly saw.
Need to do what's the death one that you could do? You bet on when the next person's going to die. You could do one on the next scandal.
Oh, death poll.
It's like a death poll.
Yeah, we used to do that at work, a death poll.
Yeah, but one for who's the next nonce. Kind of.
Probably all of them. I like how he said that. Probably all of them.
Yeah.
A nonce pool, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I still reckon there's something weird about that old Tobias Forge.
Tobias Forge.
There's something about him.
Yeah. Which
Tobias Forge.
Oh,
yes.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost. Yeah. There's something not right about that bloke. Just something that just looking at him just gives me the creeps. Not even without his makeup.
Oh, he looks like one.
Yeah. He does sound like one.
Do you think at all?
He looks like one, and he sounds like
one.
No, I'm wondering. Do you think at all Ellison will eventually come out with something and throw Dave underneath the bus?
No, I think this is all just going to blow over.
Yeah, no. If he had anything against Dave that he could have used, he would have used it by now. So. Yeah,
he got sued by Tobias. Yeah, he got sued by ex-bandmates.
He did. Yeah. For
That's about rights to stuff, though, isn't it? That was about.
Yeah.
And then pretty much Ghost. Well, the powers that be that run Ghost pretty much tried to sue that vodka company, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
I have not heard of them, but I have you on Facebook. So just send me a link to them and I'll listen to them. Oh shit, I'll get on just for you. I haven't been that much on my Facebook unless it's for business purposes because I don't even have it on my phone or Messenger because I just had enough. Let's just say that. But just for you, I'll get on it real quick and listen to it. But don't be surprised if I don't reply back. It's like I'll reply back in Instagram or something. Or you could just put it on Instagram. I do answer more on Instagram. But yeah, it's just people have been really needy for me lately, and I'm like, nah, like handle your own problems. Like,
is that a band name, by the way?
Genre.
That's a genre. I mean, mate,
yeah. Okay, well, regardless,
an interesting name for a genre.
Regardless, send a band of that genre. Regardless, send it to me, and I'll listen to it.
Big Dan.
I need something new anyway.
Hello.
Are you reading black gaze as something different to what they mean it to be?
Don't. Not on live, man.
No.
There
could have been a better name. There could have been a better name.
We are not going there, dude. We are.
Big Dan.
Yeah, it's funny.
Big Dan.
What
Dan.
Now?
Do you like black gaze?
Stop. Stop.
Well, surely they could have seen that there's an issue here, and they could have named it something a bit better. Sure.
Well, I'm glad you're pointing that out that they need to change it.
Right.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, I did see you post something up about that. Yeah. Okay, so we don't got any more news. I think we pretty much covered everything up.
I'm 4 points in. I'm good.
Okay, so I think should we end the broadcast, or did you guys want to chat a little bit more just about stupid shit?
I don't know. We could have a quick shout out saying me and Big Dan have got some videos coming up soon that we're working on. And I've had so many ideas in the last couple of weeks, and it's like really good stuff. We're just kind of waiting for better weather because at the minute it's just constant rain, and it's stuff we want to do outside. Mm-hmm. But we'll have some videos coming up soon.
Also, in I think it's 3 days, it will be our 4th birthday.
Like, yeah.
Well, technically, yeah, going into our 5th year.
Yeah, they must
going into our 5th year, yeah. Because I saw some memories on Facebook, like 5 years ago, with that hotel in Nottingham for that Blind Guardian gig. That was so long. 5 years ago now. It was crazy.
Then that might be my 3rd birthday or 3.5. I don't know, because I started my channel. Okay. I started my channel before that, but let's say metal wise, because it used to be all over the place. But metal wise, no, I think you guys we're the same age. Because I know I started following you guys when you guys only had like 300 or 400 subs.
Yeah.
Like I remember those early videos.
Yeah.
When we didn't know what the fuck we're doing like we do now, Dan?
I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I try my best. I really do try my best. It's just kind of hard to keep posting out videos when you don't really get the views. You know what I mean? But so it's funny because I do have a cult following that like certain topics I do. It's just it's not really showing, but oh well. But what was I gonna say? Damn. So yeah, I think it was the same time we started just talking about metal stuff.
Yeah, 2016, wasn't it?
Yeah, around that time. Yeah.
Well,
no, I started I started 2017. I know that for sure because I was at that job that I hated. It was So I'm a little I'm gonna say half a year younger than you guys.
I was working night shift in that fucking dairy, Dan.
Yeah.
Which is why, and we sometimes used to record videos just before my night shift.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd have just woken up.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Drunk a couple of cans of cider.
Yeah.
And then recorded a video and then gone to work.
Yeah. Open this. Oh, I gotta open my fucking bottle. There we go. There we go.
Hey!
That's a big bottle.
I highly recommend this whiskey. It is called, you guys don't have it yet.
No.
It's called Lone Hand. It's not Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels tried to sue them for a very generic bottle looking that everyone else has. But
Square bottle.
Square, yeah.
yeah.
How dare
Very
you make
good.
your bottle square?
Highly recommended. Oh, you're eating beaver nuggets. Okay. My cousin, okay, it's kind of hard to explain to you guys what are beaver nuggets. It's literally a Texas thing. But my little cousin used to call them beaver balls. That shit was hilarious. So for the longest, I would call them beaver balls. I don't know how to describe them really, but it's a snack. It's a snack.
He's
Send me
Googling
some.
He's Googling.
You have to type in beaver nuggets Buc-ee's.
Caramel coated corn pop snack.
Yeah. Those are beaver balls.
Still not got a clue what they are. I don't think we got anything like that.
Yeah.
Right, we're calling it quits then.
Go ahead.
I've had 4 pints of beer. I need a piss. So
all right, so I just want to say thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for always supporting my channel. You guys are my boos, my BFFs. So French, yes, this was a wonderful threesome. Thank you so much for coming out. Like, what are we doing? All right, I'm gonna end this. Thank you all for coming out and watching, and hopefully we didn't offend anybody because we could get a little offensive. But anyways, toodles. Have a bonus day.
have a nice time.